Here's lesson 2 for math. It's called Equal Shares. Josh and his 3 friends want to share a cake so that each will get the same amount. Number 1, use the shapes to partition the cake. Draw a model of each cake shape to show it is partitioned. And we have 3 cakes. So I'm going to put those that I drew in front of us. So it's Josh and his 3 friends. Let me read that again. Want to share a cake. So these are the different kinds of cakes they have. They have a circle cake, a square cake, and a rectangle cake. So the circle cake, if Josh and his 3 friends are all going to get a piece of cake and the same size piece of cake, Josh and his 3 friends. So here's Josh and his 3 friends. I'm just going to pretend those are pictures of them. How many people does that make if it's Josh and 3 friends? Okay, so there are 4 people who want to share the cake. So how many pieces do I need if there are 4 people? 4 pieces. So I need to cut my cake, and what you can do is you can draw a circle, a square, and a rectangle. And then make sure you cut them in enough pieces for 4 friends to share. So how could I cut the square? Let's see, I need 4 pieces and they need to be equal, so I need to cut it 1 time, 2 times, and now each person would get 4 pieces. Can I do the same thing with the rectangle? Okay, cut the rectangle in 4 pieces and they all would get the same amount. Okay, so the next question says, oops, I keep having pop-ups on my computer. That was supposed to be done with a partner, so we don't have partners since we're not at school. Show how to partition, which just means to cut up the circle into halves. Then show how to partition the circle into quarters. So you know what halves are. If you have a half of something, you have it cut equally in the middle, and you would get half and your friend would get half. So that's how you cut it in halves. Quarters, does anyone know what quarters means? So if you have 4 quarters, you have $1. If you have 4 quarters of a cake or a circle, you have 1 whole. So this would be 1 quarter, this would be 1 quarter, this would be 1 quarter, and this would be 1 quarter. A quarter is also called a fourth. 1/4 of something is a quarter of it, because a quarter is 1/4 of $1. So I cut my first cake into halves and my second cake into quarters. So 2 people could share this cake evenly and 4 people could share this one. Okay, how much of each shape is shaded? So this is actually teaching fractions. How much of this shape, how many pieces of this whole shape are shaded? If you said 1, you were right, and there are 4 pieces in all. 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's called 1/4. The second picture has how many pieces shaded? 2 pieces out of 4. So would that be half? Yes. So this shape is half shaded, and this shape is how much shaded? 1/4. 1/4 of this shape is shaded, just like we made quarters out of this shape. This is 1/4 of the shape. And this is 1/2 of the shape. So if something is cut in half, these are called halves. If something is cut in 4 pieces, it's called quarters. And let me draw one thing. This was not on there, but let me draw another one and cut it. And I'm going to color 1 piece. So what do you think it's called if 1 piece is colored and there are 3 pieces? It's called thirds. So 1/3 of the shape is colored. Okay, that was lesson 2, and I'll do lesson 3 tomorrow.